Hey, want to meditate your way to greater prosperity? 3 new meditations to call it into your life are available now, created by me with a bundle of 3 for 2 pricing at hightimelinebooks.com. It's Hump Day, October 9th, Wednesday, and it's Jupiter is already in retrograde day. If you were looking for it ahead of us, no, it already happened. 3:04 a.m. this morning Eastern Time, Jupiter stationed retrograde in the sign of Gemini. This goes until February 4th, and I have to say, this is just my own observation. There's probably nothing that would back this up. I don't know. But it seems to me that with the collective, things slow down more under Jupiter retrogrades than anything else. The harder to keep things moving forward. Mars may be the other one, but Jupiter, to me, it seems, with a longer retrograde period, makes things feel like they're more on hold. And this is going to overlap with Mars retrograde, which happens from December 6th through February 23rd. So the overlap is going to be December 6th through February 4th. But still, having Jupiter in retrograde and ahead of that and Mars in retrograde after that is still going to have an effect. Remember, Mars has been in the shadows since last week. So let's go around and just address who all is in retrograde. Let's start with Pluto. Why? Because Pluto comes out of retrograde this week on Friday. It will be Friday night, 8:31 p.m., but Pluto will end its retrograde this Friday evening. That's the first one to go back direct. The next one to go direct will be about little over 3 weeks later. Saturn stations direct on November 15th. All the outers are in retrograde. None of the personal planets are in retrograde, so this is all outer planet stuff. Uranus next. It ends its retrograde on January 30th. So then the Mars retrograde, December 6th through February 23rd, and Jupiter from today through February 4th. That is a lot of stack of planets affecting our lives every day that are not moving forward. Now, is it impossible to move things forward? No, not at all. Obviously, we all can set intentions like we talked about yesterday. But yes, it does just slow the collective energy down. It seems to feel heavier. People feel more stuck. It's like, am I ever going to get things rolling in my life again? And that is kind of the energy that we have in the world right now, too. No, collectively, it is a heavy time. There's another big aspect today that I like to talk about. It's a yod. They call it the witch's hat. It's 2 long, 150-degree angle sides of a witch's hat. At the top of that witch's hat, dangling up there somewhere, is Venus, and then at the bottom, at the base of it, is Jupiter and Chiron. And with Venus in Scorpio, you know that we are doing some karmic digging around this yod. So even with the significance of Jupiter starting, well, it's stopping, and then it will start to go backwards when it fully enters retrograde. Right now, it's just sitting there. That's the station. And Venus, both benefic planets. See, for those who are on their highest timeline and really do want to live the spiritual life, this is another one of those great windows for self-introspection around our karma. Okay, I'll tell on myself a little here, because I had this happen. Right as all of this was formulating, I was sitting with my journal, and all of a sudden I started to see me through the eyes of others. Not so much now, back in the pre-transformational days, the Chiron days, the wounded days. I saw what I created, and some of that, I'm sure, has boomeranged back around now. Where I went with that was into a whole different self-introspection about the honesty, integrity, motivations, etc. of the work I'm doing now, making sure that with myself I am doing it from completely clean and clear motivations, because that's the only way to offset that old pre-transformation karma. And then to just be okay that some of these challenges that I might be going through right now are the result of ways of being that I was in the past. And that's part of cleaning up Chiron too. We have to see it before we can deal with it. So it is kind of a, well, how can I expect full on today when I have that from the past? And see, that very well could be a part of this yod and the whole Chiron, Jupiter, Venus configuration that we're looking at deep into these issues. It could also be part of that mystic rectangle that was there yesterday. It's gone today. The moon moved off enough that it broke it up. But still, as we were saying yesterday, all of these planets are in some kind of aspect, and we're feeling all sides of them again today. All right, we have a long retrograde season now. We are in it. With Jupiter, this is it. All right, we're in it. So we just added the big one to the already stacked deck, and we'll be with it all the way until into next year. That's what I say is once we get into the first couple of months of next year, all of this starts to clean out. Have a great day. We'll see you back tomorrow. Thanks for listening. I love you. Mwah!